framework is to build the enterprise architecture. There are many types of frameworks. The most common framework is called the Zachman framework. John Zachman published a framework for information system architecture in 1987. He updated as the Zachman framework for enterprise architecture in 1990s. The Zachman framework is explained as follows: a framework for enterprise architecture, a framework to organize and analyze data, a classification scheme, a 6x6 matrix. There are 36 cells. Each cell is a representation of a function, a two-dimensional model, a two-dimensional schema, organized detailed representation of enterprise. There are 6 communication questions: what, where, when, why, who, and how. There are 6 roles. Each role represents a view of solution from a specific perspective. Zachman framework is not a methodology, and Zachman framework it is not free.
Let's talk about Zachman framework. The top 4 frameworks are Zachman, TOGAF, FEA, and Ghana methodology. Zachman is the most popular framework for enterprise architecture. The framework is a simple and logical structure for classifying and organizing the descriptive representations of an enterprise. Characteristics of the Zachman framework are below. Use a classification of scheme to define the enterprise architecture. There is a 6x6 matrix. There are 36 cells. Columns are called abstraction. Rows are called perspectives. Each cell represents a detailed function. There are columns and rows in the Zachman framework. Columns are abstractions: what, where, when, why, who, and how. Rows are perspectives: conceptual, contextual, logical, physical, as-built, and functioning. Planner's view: scope, how many tasks need to be done, estimate the scope of the system, cost, and the general environment. Owner's view: enterprise model, that's the business model. They are the architect's drawings that depict the final building from the perspective of the owner, who will have to use it for business operations. Designer's view: information system model, determine the data elements, logical process, flows, and functions. Builder's view: that's the technology model, provides the information systems model to the details of the programming languages. Subcontractor's view: detailed specification. Subcontractors work from shop plans that specify the details of parts. Actual system view: that's the functioning enterprise. This is the graph of the Zachman framework. You can see the rows and columns. There is an entry in each cell. Each has a detailed description. The rows are scope, enterprise model, system model, technology model, detailed representation, and functioning enterprise. The columns are data, function, network, people, time, and motivation. Here is an example of Zachman framework. This is the Veterans Affairs Enterprise Architecture. The goal is to integrate all departments, share information, and establish mandatory policy. These are the VA Enterprise Framework principles. First, develop information systems that facilitate interoperability, application portability, and scalability of application across all networks. Second, meet information technology needs through cost-effective sharing. The third, establish a level of security for all information systems that includes security, authentication, and access level control. This is the graph of VA Enterprise Framework. It gives more details about the rows and columns. That's the abstractions and perspectives. This is another example of the Zachman framework. To ensure a complete understanding of the enterprise architecture, it's necessary to develop models that address the perspectives and aspects of the framework. A Zachman framework is populated with models for baseball. These models should be easy to understand without a steep learning curve. Most of the cells in this example are filled with quantitative simulated models. These are the references. References are from our textbook and the websites. These are the links to the articles.